feel like the Chinese are very, very wicked people. And it's about time Africans understood there is nothing good they have for you. There is nothing good to come out of anything for them going there to take what your children are meant to inherit. These old leaders will be dead and finish the country by the time they're done. Then those people would have more hand in your country. It just oh, this stuff.
See, my sister lives in South Africa, and there's a large Chinese community there, and they have businesses. They have so much power there that regardless of whether black people are going over to China, they've already got the power. Do you understand where I'm coming from? They've already got that. And I feel like the black people were going to China to sort of see on the same sort of levels. We go over there and we work there, they come over here, instead of just having all the Chinese people come over
Yeah, but
and sort of leave people without jobs.
yeah,
However, you're not going to get treated well, especially when something like as sensitive as this happens, when the whole world's supposed to be holding hands and looking after each other, and especially when China's where it started. Now you're going to try and blame it on black people. We've already
oh
got
please,
the
people
whole
are not that
corona, blame
stupid.
it on Africa, HIV, blame it on Africa. We don't need no more blame it on Africa, especially when, I won't say too much, but if you research enough, you realize those things when it's not as black as white as that.
Yeah, but you know what? And it's so strange how some people think, that they say, oh, in Africa, for example, the Africans are very, very angry with the Chinese at the moment. And you could just see things getting really escalating, which they probably need to, because this is your home. There's no
Yeah,
African can go to China and act like a king there. And
okay.
that's not even where I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from is the fact that in China, right, you have these people beating up Africans, treating them like dogs in the street. And then you have Chinese in Africa, and then you say to the Africans, "Oh, this." No, that's why I understand the anger of the people, and I think it's rightly justified, because I have not met a single European country that will sit back and say, "Oh, it's a European man that was butchered and killed and made a fool of and everything. Oh yeah, let's just go and drink tea together with them." No. So I think it's about time Africans had the backbone and actually fought for what they believe in, and which I think
Correct.
the youth are. I think the government don't this youth. I think they don't know what they're capable of, because when you starve someone and they're so hungry and they have nothing to lose, those are the worst kind of
They need
people.
to have it organized, because when you have a point and you have something to prove, you need to be unified in that. If
and
you
and
are many different people who have many different points all going at one person, well, at one country, then
um,
you're going to find the most stupidest excuse, well, the most stupidest reason out of all those people, and then say, that's why you're doing it. We're doing it because of this, and then it makes African people look stupid.
no, but it's not
What
working
am I
anymore.
trying to say with that?
No, it doesn't work anymore. Not all that stuff. Nobody's buying into that BS. Only stupid people still are, or well, people
But
that
if
really
they can
can't think for
control,
themselves.
no, but you have to think about it this way. If they can control what we're seeing, then yeah, they can spin that narrative, because in Africa they may be able to share information, but to the rest of the world, think about it, China is still quite big.
Yeah, which is why Africans need their own platforms. They need their own platforms. It's
Oh no, they
about
do.
time.
Yes,
They
yes.
need, the funniest part of all this. If they come together and have their own things, their own platforms, they probably be much
Oh
bigger,
yeah.
and earn probably just as much as they're earning on other platforms. But I guess
And this is the
this
right
wouldn't.
time then.
There's no. Yeah, you're right about the timing, but it's about being brave as well. You've got to fight for what you
It is
believe
about
in.
timing. Our economies are all falling, so
I
this is
think
the
now
right
is the
time
right
to
time
step
for
up.
me. The way I see
Yeah.
things in Nigeria, I think now is the perfect time. I'm telling you this, I think now is because people are so angry and they're fed up and they've had enough of all this nonsense going on. They've had enough of the government stealing from them, because that's what it is. You're
Yeah,
stealing from the people.
that's the thing. It's the government that steals from the government makes deals with other countries and steals from their own people. And Africa can, as a continent, it can never reach
Yeah, but I think one step at a time. One step at a time. People built their countries, built their nations one step at a time. There's a time in in history where the Chinese were at the bottom of the pole. And then what happened? They showed one strong China, and next thing you know, they think they are superior, which they are not. And clearly, the coronavirus has proved that. So if Africans had any doubt before as to how to their greatness or just how strong they can be, this epidemic, if it doesn't show you anything, then even God can't save you at that point because there's nothing else to be said. Because I mean, look at the way things have happened. They've started this crazy epidemic around the world where everyone's angry. We're all on alert. People are already angry. And you know why I think they're not that smart? Because what kind of a government sees the fact that people are angry? When people are angry, what do you try to do? You try to diffuse the anger, right? That's what any smart, logically thinking person. This is why I have when people say, "Oh, Chinese," I really doubt that because any government that has half a brain would know when you've angered the whole world, and I mean the whole world. People are dying. People have lost loved ones. People have lost family members, cousins, aunties, friends. Even if you haven't lost someone, there might be somebody who you see. Just empathy, pure empathy. The healthcare workers who are working are dying. People are pissed off. The last thing you do to people who are pissed off is you say in your country, you go and start kicking and showing acts of racism towards an it just really, I mean, I can understand the anger coming from Africa. I mean, I'm not even going to try and try to say, oh, they should. No, they have every right to be, because you wouldn't tell me if they put it on the news that a Chinese person was being kicked by Africans that would sit well with them. So if something doesn't sit well in China, so why is Africa? Why do they think, oh, it's okay, it will be fine anyway? The Africans will say nothing, or the government is so weak. Because the fact that the government can give such orders for that to happen to people on the street shows me that they have no respect for the government.
Well, no respect for black people.
Even forget even the black people. They have, if you have respect for a country's government, if you know a country is strong, you won't even try to mess with the citizens. So where do we get? I'm speaking as from a Nigerian point of view. Where would we get to the point where people would be scared to even kick a Nigerian anyway, because of the wrath that comes from the people within politics in Africa? When would that time come? Where people will be scared to talk to an African in a way less than human.